Alright, this is the scene here, an investigation going on, the full story. I'm going to put this in the front and in the back of the video. An investigation going on here on 32nd Street between 6th and 7th. A gentleman was trying to remove a boot off of his car that was put on there, and he was approached by police officers. He came out swinging with a meat cleaver, then started running up from 30th and Broadway to here, where he hit an off-duty police officer with the meat cleaver, and then shots were fired, and this is where we're at. He's in the hospital, he's not dead, and he's in critical condition, being operated on, and the officers are being taken care of in the hospital too. They're expected to survive. This is the investigation. It's a major investigation, and that's the gist of the story right now.
Did you really do that?
Alright, we came down here to 34th Street. There's something going on big time, a lot of crime scene, a lot of units responding. I'm gonna take a peek. It's probably locked down, but I'm gonna check it out anyway. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're coming upon the scene. Is units responding from everywhere. Alright, so we came down here to the scene. I don't know what it is yet, but it must be a cop shot maybe, I'm not sure. There's units responding from everywhere. All of these are police cars, so there's some FDNY units, but very little. A lot of portions of Midtown is locked up and chaotic. There's police cars as far as the eye can see. Alright, they got this all blocked off here. I'm going to try to find out what it is. From the looks of it, it looks like a police-involved shooting, maybe a officer shot, I'm not sure. I'm going to try to wiggle my way into the other side. Alright, let me take a peek around here.
Yeah, I know, you gotta go back and go around. They're at the 31st Street, make the left and go back around. Thank you.
Alright, somebody said there's multiple shootings. We'll see how it goes. We'll try to figure it out.
31st.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
You gotta go back around the 31st Street.
You gotta go another way. You gotta go another way.
Could I ask one question? Is the Manhattan Mall open there?
You're just gonna have to go back and go around, alright?
What, across 34th?
Yeah, it's probably
But
about
it's
30.
right there, the entrance.
I understand I can't let anybody go
But
right now.
that's open.
It's gonna be open if you go around. Gotta go down. Let's go down a little bit. For 31st, you got it.
Do me a favor, just keep this clear. You cannot stand here. Keep it clear. You're blocking people's path. Watch your back, guys. Watch your back. Just keep this clear. Keep this area clear. You're blocking the path of other people. Keep it clear.
Alright, there's some kind of a shooting situation here. I don't know any of the details, and I'm not going to speculate, but there's a massive investigation going on here on West 32nd Street between 6th and 7th Avenue. I have crime scene units, ESU, unmarked, undercover.
There's a train station. We need this area clear.
Undercover detectives of all kinds.
Clear for rush hour. Please keep moving.
Helicopters everywhere, news everywhere. So I'm going to continue checking it out and see what we can get. I'm going to continue filming or whatever I can get some footage. Okay, let me look around a little bit. Too many people, everything's blocked off. So the whole situation is going down right over there. All right. All of these are police cars here from what appears to be an officer injured, with the units responding from all areas. I hear them from over there, to the right, to the left. The emergency service truck is over here responding. And there's a unit stuck in traffic coming here. Here it comes. That looks like the bomb squad. It is the bomb squad. All right, police continue to pour in. Okay, so I'm going from the bomb scare scene on 30th and Broadway back to the officer slashed police involved shooting, which is on 32nd on between 6th and 7th. I'm going to take a few more videos over there wherever I can and see if there's anything that can be seen, because everything is blocked off as you saw before. They have units responding still all over the place, coming in for this massive investigation. As you can see here, there's police everywhere in this area. I mean everywhere. And also news trucks everywhere, helicopters, you name it, they have it. Let me just check these guys out here. Holy crap, that rumbler. The units continue to pour into the area for that investigation. They don't know what the situation was, and I've been trying to get some information, but there's very little to no information being given out by anyone. And that's where the investigation is taking place.
33rd to 7. Broadway South. Pad station's open.
Keep it moving, please. Please keep it moving.
Train stations are open. 33rd.
Keep it moving.
We gotta go to the bank.
Really?
It's crazy over here. All right, down over there by the TD Bank and the organic coffee shop is where there's the largest concentration of police officers and detectives. Way down there.
We heard the shot, like more than one shot.
This lady's telling her account of the shooting over there. There's more than one shot. This, that, and the other. All right. Let me see if there's an outlet here. There is. I'm gonna go around here. It's crazy out here in New York City right now. Phew. MIDTOWN yellow cab. There's Police Commissioner Bratton getting out, coming to the scene. I was about to leave, he just came out.
They wouldn't have emergency services.
Okay, so I managed to get a little closer now. They're gonna do a news conference. I'm gonna check that out. The situation was in here. They got the crime scene detectives, ESU detectives, all kinds of detectives checking out the situation.
Good. I'll take the heat. Let's give some more, guys. Give more. Give more.
Gun belts.
Yeah, you can shoot them that way, because then they come down once they're out. Good, good.
Okay, we set? Set? One set.
That's a great shot.
Good evening. In a few moments, Chief of Department James O'Neill will give you a detailed briefing of an officer-involved shooting incident that occurred early this evening, approximately 5 o'clock at 116 West 32nd Street, immediately behind us. 3 of our officers during that incident were injured. We moved to Bellevue Hospital. I earlier visited all 3. One of our officers sustained a significant injury to his face when he was struck by the suspect with a meat cleaver. Good spirits, but had a very significant injury to his head caused by the suspect wielding that meat cleaver. The suspect was shot and is in critical condition, was being moved up to the operating room when it was at the hospital. We believe that 3 of our officers fired approximately 18 shots. This information, as always, is preliminary as the investigation continues. Chief Chief O'Neill will now give you a more detailed description of the events and forward here this evening at approximately 5 o'clock.
Thanks, Commissioner. Good evening, everyone. Just as the Commissioner said, just keep in mind this is preliminary information. This incident happened about 2 hours ago, so we're giving you what we have so far. So shortly before 5 p.m. this afternoon, 2 uniformed officers from the MIDTOWN South Precinct responded to a call for possible crime in progress at West 31st Street and Broadway. Upon arriving at the location, they encountered a male who then pulled an 11-inch meat cleaver from his waistband and proceeded to flee on foot westbound. The officers pursued him and broadcast his description over the radio. The suspect continued to run to 6th Avenue northbound with a cleaver in his hand. Several officers from the MIDTOWN South Precinct and Transit Bureau joined in the foot pursuit. In the vicinity of West 32nd Street, a uniformed sergeant deployed a taser, striking the suspect without apparent effect. The suspect continued to run westbound on 32nd Street towards 7th Avenue, which is right behind us. At mid-block, the suspect mounted the front grille of a marked police car that was responding to the call. At this point, an off-duty detective in civilian clothes attempted to subdue the suspect. The detective was struck in the head by the cleaver, causing an approximate 6-inch gash from his temple about down to his jaw. Uniform officers then fired at the suspect, striking him several times. The detective and the suspect were transported to Bellevue Hospital. The detective is currently listed in serious condition. The suspect is in critical but stable condition. 2 additional officers sustained non-life-threatening injuries during the encounter. It has not been determined how these injuries were sustained at this time. The suspect is identified as Akram, A-K-R-A-M, Joda, J-O-U-D-E-H. He's a male, 32 years old. His last known address is in Queens, but we believe he was living in his car.
We can take some questions now.
Yes. Was it necessary to fire 18 shots in a busy area?
Excuse me, say that again?
18 shots. The commissioner said 18 shots were fired in a busy area. Was it necessary to...
All right. Keep in mind that he had just attacked an off-duty officer. He's got an 6-inch gash on his face. He's got an 11-inch meat cleaver. Right? He was fired to the threat. They shot until the threat was stopped.
Chief O'Neill, what was the crime in progress that they were responding to? We heard that he was trying to remove a boot from his car. Is that?
Yeah, that is correct. The initial call, the crime in progress, was a criminal mischief, and the suspect was trying to remove a boot from his car.
And so, Chief, could you just elaborate a little bit more on that? Was he had taken the cleaver to remove the boot? Do you know more about that whole?
By the time we got there, the officers had started to question him, and they saw there was damage to the boot.
Chief, do you know how long that suspect was approaching the 2 officers with the cleaver? Is that what you said? I didn't hear you correctly.
Initially, when the officers started to talk to the suspect, at some point he did pull out the cleaver and start to run. That started at West 31st Street, Broadway.
After he struck that officer?
No. The foot pursuit started. The initial call was 3-1 at 31st and Broadway. They come up this way, they run westbound, and the shots were fired behind.
What I'm saying, after he attacked that officer, before the shots were fired, was he approaching the officers that shot him with that cleaver?
As we were pursuing him, we have video of the incident. He has the cleaver in his hand, and you can clearly see it, and he's waving it around.
Chief, do you know how long? Sorry,
Thank you.
Do you know how long he was working on the booth before officers arrived?
As I said, this is all preliminary information, and that'll be part of the investigation as we go through it.
Chief, any
Chief,
more
was he
info
saying
on
anything to
Hold
the
on, one at a
officer
time.
during the incident? Was he yelling anything, saying anything, explaining?
We're not getting to that this time.
prior history
Hold on.
Chief,
History on this guy you can reveal to us?
From the
He's got
past?
a number of arrests, but I don't want to go into detail with it right now.
Is there any indication this is terrorist related?
At this point, the initial radio run was a crime in progress, the criminal mischief, and as part of our investigation, nothing's off the table.
Is it thought he was living in that car? Because there seems to be a lot of things being removed from it.
It's a possibility.
Does he have any family?
Again, this is 2 hours into the investigation.
We'll have more information, DCBI.
Chief, could you tell us about the two officers? Tell us about the two officers.
If I may, we have significant video of this incident. My viewing of the video, my conversations with the officers at the hospital, I want to commend them for their performance. I know you raised the question about 18 shots. We have a character running down the street waving a cleaver. Despite that, the officers approached him, sought to take him in custody, during which time one of them received a very significant injury to his face, at which time, based on the preliminary investigation, the officers fired sufficient rounds to stop the attacks on the officers. I want to commend them for their bravery and performance of duty, and push back right off the bat about the number of shots that were fired. Sufficient shots were fired to deter the attack on my officers by this suspect.
And just in addition to that, just keep in mind, one of the officers was off duty, and he chose to intervene.
That's the officer that received the most significant injury.
The off-duty officer,
A
Commissioner?
taser was deployed by a sergeant. Can you walk us through that scene? I didn't get it.
Again, this is all going to be on video. It's part of the investigation. We'll try to figure out why the taser wasn't effective.
Is the off-duty officer identified?
Yeah, we won't identify anyone at the moment. Any of the officers. Families are still on the way.
Can you tell us about him? Was he at the right place at the right time? How did he get involved? The off-duty officer.
The off-duty officer is on his way home from court, heading to Penn Station, saw the foot pursuit, and did what we would expect any New York City police officer to do, self-engaged. All right, thank you,
Commissioner Ortiz, I wonder if you could just say how close to these...
Thank you. We'll have more information later. This is 2 hours old.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
we'll get some more.
Thank you, sir.
All right, this is the scene here, an investigation going on, the full story. I'm gonna put this in the front and in the back of the video. An investigation going on here on 32nd Street between 6th and 7th. A gentleman was trying to remove a boot off of his car that was put on there, and he was approached by police officers. He came out swinging with a meat cleaver, then started running up from 30th and Broadway to here, where he hit an off-duty police officer with the meat cleaver, and then shots were fired, and this is where we're at. He's in the hospital, he's not dead, and he's in critical condition, being operated on, and the officers are being taken care of in the hospital too. They're expected to survive. This is the investigation. It's a major investigation, and that's the gist of the story right now.
Did you really hear that?
Okay. Police Commissioner Bratton taking up.